Hey everyone, so as promised, we are going to rebuild a C pulsator for a surge milker. And I've opened this up just to speed up the process a little bit. On the one side, it's just held in place with the 2 screws. And I wanted to show you, I have 2 different versions of a C pulsator. This one is older. You can tell by the serial number on the back. This says C637, and it's real scratched up. You can tell kind of just the wear and tear and the dirt on it, that it's a little bit older. But this other one is C920. So this is 300 and something later, or 300 and something thousand later. I just can't believe that they would have had that many. So, same design. They just changed the lid a little bit. You see this one opens up nice and wide. I like that about it because then you can get in there. And this thing is so junked up and gross. As I said before, I've got probably 40 of these. Where this one, it doesn't open up as wide when you're looking at it, but it opens up enough that you can get in there and oil it. So we've got a brand new thing of Pulsator oil and a Coburn Pulsator repair kit. So we're going to open this up on the opposite side. And I ran some water over this and just rinsed it off when I did my S pulsator. So if you see anything dripping out of it, it's not excess oil or anything. It's just that I wanted to clean it off a little bit. And these things stink. This old metal and the water, it smells like tuna. And one thing I noticed, besides it being so stuck, is this block in the middle is quite a bit bigger than in the S. So it looks like this is called the cylinder. And on this also, this extra piece of leather that's like a paper is not so close up here at the edge. It's further down, and it's to keep contact with the leather circle discs that are on there also. Now when you do this, if you've noticed, this time I kept my hand on it. When I did the S, I didn't realize, and I let these drop off. I have a bit of a cheat sheet that came with my Pulsator repair kit from the Hamby Dairy Supply. But you want to put these back on the way they came off. So this one is a little bit different. It's got these little half circles. So I'm going to put that on my sheet and remember that that is in that pattern. And then this one is like the pattern that was on the S. So wide side down, narrow side up. And a way to help you with that, and the pattern is there's 2 wide circles and then 3 smaller bore circles. And then here, when this goes back and forth, this piece, it's going to be letting air through like that in their little half circle. I know it can be hard to see with this, and I don't see a way to adjust that pin out of there. Okay, so I'm going to take this leather piece off here, and we're going to put that aside, and I'm going to hope that with this newer design that possibly these little holes here weren't lining up before, and I had to stretch it a little bit, and I actually had accidentally slipped a little bit onto one and had to replace it. I can't remember, but I think the repair kits were about $8. Want to take out your adjuster screw here. This one is longer and has a gasket on it than on the S pulsator. So this part is going to be taken off. And remember that you definitely benefit from cleaning this out, number one, with soapy water because it's so gummed up with grease and grossness from years of sitting. This one especially, and this one was barn kept. But you want to use pipe cleaners or an air compressor to blow all this stuff out. So I am going to run this through some soap and water and do what we can here for this part. Okay, so we've got this all washed up and clean with soap, and I'm going to run our pipe cleaner through any of the openings just to help push any dust or clumps of dirt through. The last one I did had bits of green in it. Now on this one, you can see some discoloring here. Some of the coating is actually chipping off of the brass block. It's like it's got a tin coating on it maybe. Even after doing that, I'm surprised at how much dirt is collecting on this. And for that reason, you want to make sure that it's really dry before you use it or test it. And as I said in the other video, I like to use a cloth. I'm using an old cloth diaper for cleaning this out. I think it helps a lot. And you can use this and cut off your end when it gets gross so that you can keep using the same piece of pipe cleaner. We're thrifty around here. Now when I was washing it and rinsing it, I did see a lot of water gushing out of these areas. I'm sure you could probably I forgot to show right here, there's a set screw, and I took that out so that I could clean in there. All of these openings open down into this port. So I think it's important to get that cleaned out and make sure that you're starting with it fresh and clean. A very small toddler toothbrush will fit down in there to clean it also. And then we'll clean these out with soap and water too. So we'll start with taking these out. Again, there's one screw on each side. There's your brass, your leather with your tin insert. So I'm going to go wash all these pieces up. Okay, so we got all of our parts clean. One of the things I wanted to mention, this Colburn repair kit gives you the check valve and the O-ring for your lid. I've already rebuilt the lid and used my check valve rubber, but this is the O-ring for the lid, and I believe I have that already built also. So I'm going to put these aside for later. If you're not sure of certain parts, it's always good to label them and save them. So here you can see the Colburn leathers are pre-oiled. So we are just going to assemble this. There's one on each end. In the meantime, this has been sitting here airing out and everything else has been washed up with soap. Also, the screw in this one is bigger than in the S. And I had a little hard time on my last one for the leather opening. So I learned that if I do that, it'll just stretch it out just enough to get that on there. So here, I'm having trouble with that lining up just right again. I had wondered if I did it dry this time instead of boiling that would make a difference at all. And I'll tell you, it tore easier. No, it didn't tear through. That is our C Pulsator rebuild, everybody. So thanks for watching. Ask questions. I'll always answer you the best I can. Good luck milking your dairy herd, whatever species they may be, sheep, goat, or cow. Bye-bye.